drawers.
Would y'all just finish a sticky bun or y'all thieves?
By the way, come over here, little hot piece of ass. Let us dance like a clown. You know what?
Did y'all spill a Coca-Cola on your hands or y'all just thieves?
Hey, Witch, do you remember being 20 and good looking? How's that feel? Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
Oh, you were saying?
The guests would like to be treated like royalty while on board with a fruity drink always in hand.
I cannot wait to talk about these drinks.
Night one, they would like a surf and turf dinner.
Oh my God. Fucking idiot. What are you doing ordering a fruit martini? What the fuck are you talking about? Welcome aboard another brand spanking new episode of another Below Deck podcast. Is that too sultry, like too low energy?
No, sometimes it's a little loud. And I like this.
Mm-hmm. Smoky. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I vaped last night.
You did?
Yeah.
I think that's good for you. Do you have to completely take it out of your life or remove it from your life? Or can you have the ability to kind of...
have a little bar of chocolate every once in a while,
exactly.
You know? Have a little Twix.
Yeah. You never want to have to eliminate anything like whole cloth out of your life.
Yeah. Except like murder. Like if you get your kicks off that way. Or heroin, you should probably...
Yeah.
Although, you know, you can do it every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm Dylan, saddled up next to one Pat Hickey.
Great to be here. Oh, permission to come aboard.
Kaylin, producer of the podcast, over there behind my glasses.
Hello?
Yeah, I was at Bar Stella. Just a lovely evening out on the back patio. And I got a martini, and I picked out this fancy kind of gin, and the bartender did not warn me in any way, shape.
White Claw.
In any way, shape, or form that it was a cucumber gin. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, you made me a martini. And then it's one of those things where you got to go, am I going to send it back? And, you know, it's time to talk about Below Deck. But do we have any public service announcements first?
Absolutely.
Is that not an atrocity, though? I mean, somebody...
didn't read on the description of the...
No. It's just a fancy bottle. I was like, I'd like to try that one.
Oh, well, I think that's a crime by the bartender. And how much did you pay for that martini?
$19, yeah.
But you'd have to be probably wait in line again, and then the bartender hates you. He'll probably underpour.
Yeah. Or like hands it to you and just...
Spits in it.
And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to need you to make another one. It's like, we got to talk about public service announcements.
Okay. All right. So you're either listening to this show on our Another Below Deck podcast feed or Bad TV feed. If you're listening to it on Another Below Deck podcast, know this. On our Bad TV feed, we're throwing down some pretty hot pot over there.
Yeah.
We have started recapping Before the 90-day.
Very sad show, yeah.
We are making it funny, though.
It's hilarious.
With Ruby Wren. Next week, we are going to start recapping season 2 of Flavor of Love.
Yep.
And then, as you know, of course, if you're just listening on Below Deck feed, in a couple days, we'll be dropping episode 2 of Below Deck season 1, episode 2. A lot of content we're putting out
there. Yeah, a lot of content. You know, I got to say, doing 90 Day was so fun. And you would think that a show about, children whose fathers have passed, or people who are deaf and walk throughout the city on their best day with no friends, just kind of letting the wind hit their face, or a morbidly obese person who's being catfished by a woman named Carmela in Puerto Rico who's actually a man. You would think that it's like a little too much to bear, but I gotta tell you, it was a hoot and a holler. Go over to the Bad TV feed. Listen to that.
One last public...
And it's my baby sister. She's so funny if you've never heard her before.
So funny. All right. And one last service announcement. This is a little tease for the coming weeks. A lot of people have asked for this. The world may end because this is so epic when this happens. Bad TV and Another Below Deck podcast are teaming up with Maddie and Poodle from Reality Gaze.
Right.
We will do a crossover collab of a Below Deck episode. Dylan, it's like what was it like? It was some baseball game in the early 2000s. Everyone said
Mick Jagger and Tina Turner at Live Aid.
It's that epic of a performance that we're going to throw down. So we're trying to coordinate that with those guys.
Where's Tina?
Where's Tina?
Where's Tina?
Yes, I know you like to tease. Oh, please, baby, please. Oh, that was bad, Mick Jagger.
That was terrible.
Anyway.
So that's it for that. Get in the iTunes ratings and reviews. We'll kill you if you don't subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bad TV, T.V. Let's get into the show.
Let's do it, bro.
Kaylin, how many pots did you give the episode?
I thought it was quite a good episode. Very entertaining. I gave it 78 pots or knots. Knots, right?
I would give that Thoughts and Pots 100 pots.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, Dylan, what do I always say makes good reality TV?
When a bunch of shit comes out of a sewage system and goes onto the ground, makes everybody throw up.
Well, that's true.
Like in Triangle of Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you finally watched that movie and you were like, that scene where everybody's puking and shit in their pants and stuff and the ginger candy, that would make great reality TV. But
That's true.
The other thing is somebody you hate.
Someone, or not hate, that's a strong word, but vehemently despise.
Ideologically opposed.
Well, kind of. Hey, Dylan, Kaylin, play my clip, will you?
Yep.
On this voyage charter, we had the Golden Girls.
Right.
But these were different kinds of Golden Girls.
Yeah.
These Golden Girls said things like this. Where'd you put my, you little people, put my goddamn diamond necklace and diamond rings?
yeah.
I knew I should have hidden it in my purse.
Yeah.
They were wonderfully horrible people. At
Yeah.
least Lori was, and one other, she had a
Jill.
conspirator with her.
Jill.
Is that the one who said, I told you to hide your shit?
Yeah, no, that was...
Where are you going to put a diamond necklace? What do you think? They're going to put it in a bag and then lower it into the water so it drags across the boat and then you can pull it out after these old bags leave? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. No, they were cunts.
90 knots.
Right, yeah. I thought it was a great episode. Lots of fun stuff. I'll just say 70 pots because I want to start with this last season on Game of Thrones kind of intro package that we had. I love the throuple. The throuple is great, right? The throuple is, it's lust, it's sloppy, lovesick miscommunication, it's friendship. But do we need a last season on Game of Thrones kind of recap for this whole thing?
We did. Hey, Caitlin, if you can find Game of Thrones music, I'll read the recap of this.
That's a big putt, I'd say. That's a triple breaker.
Look, he's a producer. I think he can nail it. So what Dylan's referring to is, yes, the recap. I've never seen this.
I wasn't saying that I don't have confidence in Kalen's producing.
You're
I know
distracting me. He's trying to find some Game of Thrones music.
Go ahead.
Is the absurd recap of, it wasn't even from season 1 of Sailing.
No,
it was from season 2 where these three came on.
Right.
And we got, I guess I'd say you got the music here. Here, play it. Here we go. All right. On Charter season 1, Gary, he hooked up with a lot of coworkers, including Daisy.
Just a little tights, just a little scooch.
Then finally getting to our season 2, Gary hooked up with a lot of coworkers.
We can't play this. We're going to put it on YouTube. It'll take it. Yeah.
Oh, they'll take it down.
Yeah.
Did we go past 30 seconds with that?
I think we're okay. The Golden Girls one I'm worried about, but you get the point. I mean, we don't need to go back and see what's up with the Dink Man and Joffrey died and shit like that.
Exactly.
It's like crazy.
Gary banged a bunch of his coworkers and tried to hold on to some kind of emotional connection with Daisy. She kind of got sick of it, and then that pushed her into the arms of Colin.
Right.
And here we are. And by the way, Daisy and Colin, if you think for one goddamn second, we don't know that you two have been fucking when you're not filming, I got a bridge to sell you in Glendale.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a bridge there.
There are no bridges there.
You're liars.
Yeah.
We clearly know what's going on.
Yeah. This pen is red. That's what they did. They lied. Like Jim Carrey did in that movie where he's a lawyer and a bad father.
Oh, I farted in the elevator.
All right. So we begin the show kind of like what you just noise made.
Mm-hmm.
The moaning, the groaning, the sea rats are ARE. They're fucking each other. They're coming. They're pulling hair. They're biting. There's blood. It's what happens when sea rats have sex with each other.
Well, hold on. That's what's happening. That's what's going on in Gary and Mad's cabin.
Right.
Over in Colin Daisy, what they're doing is they're making love, Dylan.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They're the real deal. With Gary and Mads, that is a sea rat hookup.
Yeah. She's like, you smell like glue, and he's like, I know. It's holding the engine together. So, Colin says that it was just a matter of time, but still surprising. Said like somebody who had already been having sex with that Irish stew.
Yeah.
Chief stew. Excuse me. Let's wake, though, to another sea rat morning. There's glass, there's blood, there's shit, there's cum everywhere. I mean, it's just broken glass. I mean, it's just
and there's cabin musical chairs. Look, sea rats, I know this is an attempt to avoid patronizing judgment, but who are we kidding? Honor among thieves. Right. You people make bad decisions for a living. Clearly, you're all fucking each other. No need to wake up early to conceal the fact that you were banging another sea rat.
What if there was like one more, like they really don't want it to find out? So there's like a shot of like, you know, the creepy cam in the hallway, and you just see something like a blow dart come out from low on the door jamb, and it's just like, and the camera goes out.
It's like, what are you trying to avoid, a walk of shame? It's a thing. You're just called a sea rat.
Well, and also it's just like a 12-yard walk of shame. So it's not even, it's like a jaunt of shame. It's not even shameful at all. All right. So Mads and Gary return to their respective cabins, and that's when Gary hears himself a rumor. Gary asks Colin if he hooked up with Daisy because he hears from, I believe, Alex.
Yes, because Alex and Gary first talked at the breakfast table.
Yes. Now, this moment at the breakfast table perfectly encapsulates this shining like mental breakdown that Gary is in the midst of. Kaylin, can you play this clip, please? Gary is losing his fucking mind.
Mm-hmm. Morning. Thanks for coming into the cabin last night.
Get the
out, Colin! Hey, what's going on? That's a dick move, eh? Colin started it.
He was on a mission.
Was he? To make sure we're not coming back to the cabin so you're gonna come with Daisy, or?
Yeah.
Bro.
He said that really fast and scary. It's this thing where it's like, you cannot have dominion over everyone that you kiss. Like you're marking them with some Dementor like spell. Like leave people alone. He's having a real fucking downfall this season. We'll get to the conversation with Daisy in a minute. He is just preventing everyone's happiness on this boat, and it's fucking gross.
Now, I think there's something else also at play here, which is everyone, when you're on a reality TV show, and these two are the Power Three, they got 3 seasons they pulled together. Everybody else that comes in, they're not part of the special group of these 3.
I don't even remember. We had Eating Ash on OnlyFans, I think.
Exactly.
Was that one?
No, it's just Colin, Daisy, and Gary.
No, I know, but was she like an example of
an outsider? I think it's those 3 keep it together. So,
Barnaby is not one of the core 3.
Absolutely not.
No.
So what's happening here is
neither's Eating Ash on OnlyFans.
Absolutely not. Right. So when Gary sees Colin and Daisy kind of become a couple, I do think there's that other undercurrent thing of being a cast member going like, one of my main storylines is that Daisy and I have this thing. If Colin starts fucking her and they become a couple, what's that make me? Now I'm just the womanizing sex addict pig on the boat.
He's like, what do you want me to do? Just sit here and hold my dick? I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, I have to have a kind of a little thing with Daisy.
Yeah. Well, the younger Sea Rats have a little chat. Chase and Lucky, remember, are not doing too hot on account of Chase was super annoying and also sexually harassed her the night before. But they will make amends later. Pat, we get a little meanwhile. Mad says that she banged Gary, and they have the green light conversation. Is this when Gary and Colin have the green light conversation, or is that after the preference?
Well, we get to that in a second, but Mads tells Lucky that sex was actually good with Gary, which I hated to hear that. And then we get to Glenn, Colin, and Gary fixing the engine. They discuss Daisy and the hookup.
How could you not be good in bed? I mean, he's This is his second profession. I mean, you'd
This
have
is true.
you'd have to trip and fall into being
He
okay.
spends a lot of his energy at this.
Right.
That's true. Okay.
yeah.
Good point. Well, this is where Gary
You got to
denies.
do it under the cover of darkness, though, because of the hair in the
Red face.
Red face. But he's got a hot little body on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think Gary's not he's a looker. But this
So
is
I don't want the podcast to take that stance because a lot of women, rightly so, are triggered and disgusted and angered by Gary and his look. So all I'm saying, he's got a tight little body on him.
That's
So
right.
that's it.
Yeah. Gary denies wanting Daisy, but Colin thinks Gary isn't being honest with this. And then their little conversation later on will be completely, there's a 180 of what Gary will have to share with Daisy.
Yeah.
But
Mr. Machiavellian will reveal himself to be Mr. Machiavellian. But should we
Right
get
now.
to the? Yeah, it's fucking time.
4.
3, 5, 6. It's time for the preference sheet meeting.
Alrighty. Charter number 5, only 4 guests. The primary is Jill Runyon from North Carolina. She owned a computer training company for about 10 years, then started another business as a private tutor and home organizer. She's a fun-loving lady looking to celebrate her recent retirement with her best girlfriends, Erica, Pat, and Lori.
Be sure and hide that stuff from the
where's
little people. Fun-loving lady.
Yeah.
Always hide your jewels from the little people. They steal.
Right.
They steal.
Yeah. You think these people have fly paper on their thumbs?
They got sticky fingers. Don't let them in your drawers.
Would y'all just finish a sticky bun or y'all thieves?
By the way, come over here, little hot piece of ass. Let us dance like a clown. You know what?
Did y'all spill a Coca-Cola on your hands or y'all just thieves?
Hey, witch, do you remember being 20 and good looking? How's that feel? Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
Oh, you were saying?
The guests would like to be treated like royalty while on board with a fruity drink always in hand.
I cannot wait to talk about these drinks.
Night 1, they would like a surf and turf dinner.
My God. Fucking idiot. What are you doing ordering a fruit martini? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. Sorry, you were saying?
Night 1, they want surf and turf for dinner, accompanied by a 70s disco themed party. And day 2, they want to go to a beach and play games while enjoying cocktails.
Is it bizarre that Spike Lee did Inside Man? Pat's Netflix carousel is up on the TV, and I'm just like, Inside Man just doesn't feel like a Spike Lee movie.
He does that every once in a while, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. What's that? The Korean movie with the guy? He fucked,
yes.
he fucked his sister or something.
Which was a remake, as you
Yeah,
pointed out. I
yeah.
saw that. I did a whole thing on PMZ. I freaked out. It was Josh Brolin. I forget who the young actress was, who was his lover and also his daughter.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I don't. I'm looking it up, though.
It's like, well, anyways, you did a great job.
yes,
with
he directed that.
You did a great job with the preference sheet.
Thank you. Is it Old Boy?
Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah.
Weird movie.
Yeah.
Weird movie.
So we get a meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
And then we get, I'm not even going to talk about the meanwhile. I just want to get to the guts.
Okay.
Gary and Colin have a little chat. And this is where I feel like he's in the throes of a public opinion kind of downfall here. The sex addict manipulation he's doing to Colin and to Daisy it's one of those things where like you're friends with an addict and they are normal people. They're lovely. But then these Gollum-like behavioral patterns crop up.
Yeah, I got to feed the addiction.
This is that incarnate.
And so what you're saying is he basically at this point presents to Daisy that he is in fact jealous of the hookup and he's had feelings for her, which is the exact opposite that he told Colin just an hour before.
Yeah, so he's playing Colin against their friendship because Colin can see that he is hurt by this. So he's kind of throwing guilt onto Colin. He's throwing guilt onto Daisy. He's attempting to put a little blockade in between their relationship, playing them against one another. He's already done this thing where Alex hates Chase and Chase has no idea.
That's true. I forgot about that.
It's just gross fucking evil wizard, kind of sunburnt fucking Aussie wizard. But he's not even. I get tongue tied.
Well,
I get tongue tied. It's so gross.
Now, I can't tell if Daisy knows that this is pretty decent TV or if she's taking the bait, because she's like, well, why didn't you tell me that you had these kind of things?
And good on her. She's like, what are you talking about, you mopey little lovesick puppy? You've been banging Mads the entire charter.
Mads?
Yeah.
A Florida sea rat?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hand job from Gabby last season.
And he did the same thing to Florida Sea Rat, where he was fucking Florida Sea Rat. Then he starts hooking up with Australian person with septum piercing in front of Florida Sea Rat. And Florida Sea Rat's like, it's okay. It's fine. You can fucking do it. It's fine. Our next partner has a product that I use literally every single day. I started taking AG1 because I am trying to be a new man in 2023. I'm trying to optimize my body, my mind, my spirit, my libido. Mm-hmm. And that's not just a sexual thing. That is your life force. I want to be like LeBron James.
Yeah.
And you know how I'm going to get there?
AG1.
AG1. So what's with this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality minerals, whole foods, sourced ingredients, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. How do you consume it, Pat?
Well, I just mix a packet in a little cup of water, stir it up there. I got 75 vitamins. I'm drinking it down. Takes 5 minutes. It's my regiment for the morning. And, my daughter started taking AG1 6 months ago. She is now on her 4th language.
It's insane. I asked her the other day if she was trilingual, thinking that would be a tough word for her. She corrected me and said she is currently, but she's working on the 4th. I said, what is it? And she said, Germanic. And I was like, you mean German? She's like, no. This is a historical endeavor for me as well. I'm not just learning a language. I'm learning.
She got into it with you, huh?
Yeah. She said, I'm learning about a slice of our collective history.
Do you want to know how she's able to do that?
Yeah.
6 months of AG1.
Thank you. This stuff supports better sleep quality and recovery too. Sleep, catch the Z's, recover the right way. Also, you're investing in an all-in-one nutritional insurance. That's a good investment. It's better than investing in like Dogecoin. Recommended by professional athletes, this stuff is. Let me tell you, also in 2020, AG donated over 1.2 million meals to kids in 2022. I mean, that's just unbelievable. It's a little redundant as well, but it is unbelievable. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/anotherbatchpod. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/anotherbatchpod to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
And Dylan and I have agreed we've got a sweet deal for you. If you buy from Athletic Greens, you post it in our Bad TV Facebook group, Dylan and I will agree to do a short video call with you.
We do not agree to do that. But what we do agree is that that's a bizarre promo code. A URL and a promo code that doesn't make any sense. That's what we agree on.
Pat and Ellie will do a video call, and you can ask Ellie to speak some different languages for you.
Yeah, she's working on Germanic. Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
How's your Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore Nights in the Kitchen going?
They're going great since we signed up for Green Chef.
Green Chef is an unbelievable company. They're a CCOF certified meal kit company. They make eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, just looking to eat some more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preference. What's your favorite?
I like the vegetarian.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. Dinners that work for you, not the other way around. They're the only meal kit that is both carbon and plastic offset. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Green Chef offsets 100% of their delivery emissions to your door, as well as 100% of the plastic in every single box. Plus, nearly all of the packaging materials are curbside recyclable in most areas in the United States of America. That's absolutely crazy. But just do me and Pat a favor. Bring more flavor to your table this summer with Green Chef's delicious, nutritious approved recipes. Nutritionist approved recipes, both nutrition and nutritionist approved recipes featuring certified organic fruits and vegetables and unique farm fresh ingredients like tart cherries,
Whoa.
truffle zest,
Delicious.
and rainbow carrots.
Wow.
The stuff is great. It saved Pat's marriage.
It really has.
It really, really has. So go to
And my wallet.
greenchef.com/below deck 60 and use code below deck 60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Again, that is greenchef.com/below deck 60. Use code below deck 60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. Hey, you know what else is great?
What?
Kind of sharpening your mind up a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Keep it sharp. Keep it katana-like. You know how you can do that?
Please tell me.
By picking up your phone and doing something productive. Not just scrolling on the talkies, not scrolling on the tickies, not scrolling on the shorts or the
Those
reels.
are a waste of my time.
It's a waste of your time. A better waste, a way to spend your time is by downloading Word Collect, which is my new favorite game. It's a word puzzle app, and it's free. Word Collect has over 2,000 levels. How insane is that?
That's a lot of levels.
So you never get bored playing. It starts easy, but it gets harder as you get better. Kind of like Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. Word Collect is a fun and addicting way to keep your mind sharp and grow your vocabulary. Kind of like those blades sticking out of Baraka's arms. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Isn't this a wonderful thing? You don't have to feel guilty about playing a game on your phone. It makes you smarter, makes your brain sharper, makes you an optimal person.
Challenge yourself. It's fun, addicting, and right now Word Collect is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems when you download and play. Where else are you going to get 500 gems? Nobody's going to offer you 500 gems. You got to go here. You got to download Word Collect. Stop mindlessly scrolling through social media and keep your mind sharp. Just go to the Apple or Google store and search for Word Collect. So if you're like me and want to get fit in the new year with your mind and your body, download Word Collect for free.
For free.
Today. Help us out. Just download it.
Yeah, just download it. You want to help out the podcast? Download that app.
But God.
Yeah. The only girls he hasn't tried to hook up is the weird one. And then I think one
He
other.
tried it with the weird one, but the weird one looked at him and he received
I don't want any part of us.
well, he received like a telepathic message to leave him alone. All right. So we get to.
Well, Chase breaks that up, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. And then one other thing.
How
Gary,
you doing, guys? This a private conversation?
Is Mickey Mouse here?
Yeah.
All right. And then Gary.
Cartoon steamboat over there.
A classless pig, by the way. Add that to your fucking resume.
What are you talking about?
Gary, he has a temerity to basically say that he basically banged Daisy before. I'm not saying I did.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
then we find out in the trailer for next week that
Yeah.
he lets cat out of the
He's
bag.
like, it would be great to bang Daisy again. No. Just kidding. It's like, oh, God. All right. So, Glenn
Glenn.
has another nightmare manifestation of his past catching up to him in the form of a donkey. Now, the unconscious mind will scream at you that something is catching up to you. And in Glenn's dreams, it is this mule that pursues him every time his head hits the pillow.
Now, Dylan, I have a whole other take on this.
Well, you'd be incorrect.
All right,
Yeah.
but fair enough. This is clearly code. I don't know who he was talking to, but that person was unidentified.
Oh, I love this. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Glenn now has a partner with an equal passion for blood,
Yeah.
And that was code for, I can't wait to kill again with you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that.
Yeah, it's a 51-49 kind of split he has.
Peyton, PR person that we
Yeah.
deal with. Glenn, I want you to be on this podcast
Yeah.
to answer a few questions
Yeah.
that Dill and Kayla and I have for you. Where were your whereabouts from 2011 to 2015? There is
Yeah.
no record of you, sir.
No record of him. And also, Glenn, we'd love to talk to you. You're our favorite captain, despite the blood spilling. I would say, though, that when you do come on the show, you're consenting to be being recorded. And we're going to keep it light. We're going to talk about salami. We're going to talk about how Alex tried to punch you in the face with an analogy, and it's going to be great. The fans want it, okay?
Yes, give it to us.
So the Sea Rats gather and speak on the ease of this charter. And then the guests arrive. And I was like, why do you think this is going to be easy? I guess a lot of them are not American. So when you see Carolinian wasps coming aboard, it is going to be a fucking nightmare. Because they're just, listen, broad stroke, don't want to do that. But oftentimes it's high tea fucking awfulness. It's floral print awfulness.
Well,
with big fucking hats.
Our first sign, by the way, and everyone knows how I feel about this. All the barnacles know I'm not a fucking hypocrite here. You're paying all this money. You call the fucking shots. I've made a statement that if I wanted to and I paid enough, I would literally take a dump on the bow of this boat.
And you were consenting to being recorded when you said that if you booked a vacation, you would shit everywhere.
Right. Yeah. But when the service department offers you a glass of champagne, you don't say, I don't like champagne. What you do, keep it more on a positive note. You tell them what you'd prefer.
Okay.
I'm just saying that was...
Out of all of the things these women...
I knew that was... right out of the gate, I knew they were going to be pains in the asses, is my point. There's tells, Dylan.
I knew when Chase was like, I think this is going to be great because he loves yes ma'am people. Chase... No one fucking gives a shit, man. I mean, my God, nobody gives a shit. But really quickly, Gary gave one of them the old "I'll fuck you" eyes. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I believe you so much with this take. He's not quite Ross, but he is a belligerent sex addict.
He needs therapy.
Yeah. Or a group that meets at a diner.
Now, one note on Chase, because this was a strategy of his, because he knows Southern women, and he thought right out of the gate, look, Southern ladies, a little taste of home. He will say yes, ma'am, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Be careful, Chase. Someone might be calling from West Point, hire you over there as a strategist.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Genius.
Absolutely.
But I preferred Gary. I think he was smarter. Just look at him like you'd fuck them.
Chase looks like yeah. Because that's all they want from the little people at the end of the day. And however comfy they are with a Southern boy saying, yes, ma'am, they unfortunately have extremely dumb go-to drink orders. And Lucky is the one making them. Now, Lucky is being accosted by the Grim Reaper at all hours of the day. She can't make a vodka soda without a certain amount of delay. Well, for good reason. She's attempting, the spirits are trying to kill her. So
now, Don, I thought you were going to mention that she put 8 pounds of fruit in a very small blender, which I'd like to explain to her. I like you a lot, Lucky, but this.
She's like, why is this not working?
Well, Lucky,
it's a pound and a half of dry fruit.
Lucky. All right, let me explain this to you. Try putting 29 gumballs in your mouth and chew. It's not going to work. It's inoperable.
I feel like we're being mean. I feel like we're being too mean. I mean, my God, Lucky is not going to be able, and dare I say, a phenomenal bartender, not a sea rat who has no clue what they're doing,
right?
Would struggle with someone saying, I would like a fresh fruit martini, because that's not a thing that exists. It would be like if you went into a restaurant and asked if they had any peanut butter and jelly hot dogs. That's not a fucking thing. You could do that, but you're confused of the ratio. You've never done this before because no insane person has ever walked in and said, I'd like a fresh fruit martini. God damn.
I can see her like pulling the pin out of a grenade and then it just sitting there, her staring at it. It's like, what's this thing do? 3, 2,
Pat,
1.
come on.
Lucky. We want to have you on this show.
I love Lucky. Lucky's great. She's a Welsh woman. She's a dragon. She's got fight in her. She's being accosted by death. All right, so we next up is a little amuse-bouche, a little sun deck sampler. Southern food, crepes with smoked salmon and melon balls. South. Zippity doo dah. Big time meanwhile here.
Meanwhile,
Glenn's invited to dinner. They planned Gary's birthday, and one of those old bags almost dies from falling over. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. All right, we lot to get to Glenn's recounting of his time in the 70s. He said it was the best.
You know, lot to unpack here. Glenn, was it because there weren't cameras on every street?
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
We need a C-rat to unpack this, or to help unpack it. He obviously loved that decade because of, like you mentioned, just how easy it was to get away with criminality, and brutal criminality as well. I mean, think about Catch Me If You Can. I mean, I don't know when that was, but it was around the 70s, probably like 50s, 60s, something
60s,
like that.
Yeah, you couldn't keep track of these people.
I mean, he was just gone in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night, like that the Donna Brazil emails.
Yeah, do you know that the serial killer really came out of the 70s?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what a great time to be a person that wanted to murder a bunch of people and get away with it.
Yeah, yeah. And what a bad time to, let's say, love picnicking in Golden Gate Park.
Or leaving your window open at night. Jesus fucking Christ.
Can you imagine, like, you get all tied up and he puts plates on your back and he's like, don't move or I'll kill you. It's like, can I, for 1 second, just think about this. It's hot out. I leave the window open and you come in here and you're stacking plates on me. Ridiculous.
Thank God Patton, what is his name? Patton
Oswalt.
Well, his wife figured that one out.
Yeah, Catherine McNamara.
Yeah.
She did.
Yep.
In all the light you cannot find behind you in the dark.
He killed her.
All right, so he slaughtered hookers, and also, worst of all, cultural appropriation. My God, the afro. Disgusting stuff. So the women accused the sea rats of theft.
Yeah.
Now, this is a thought pattern that I sympathize with. It is a very common route to take to accuse the servants of thievery. Mm-hmm. I would blame the sea rats as well. If I had given it a good look, I would have thought there can be no other outcome than a sea rat stealing this.
Now, this is what I have to say about the Golden Girls, though.
Yeah.
I don't think they're too fucking bright, because I think it's Lori that says, I don't know where it is. Hey, do you people have any cameras around here filming anybody?
Yeah.
Just 32.
Right.
24/7.
Yeah.
Clearly.
They'd be like, you know how there's a video village in your bathroom? She's like, oh, yeah, it's been so weird showering with everybody in there. I guess that's why vacation was so cheap, though. Can I get another fresh fruit martini? God damn it. No, all joking aside, this is a disgusting thing. But they accuse the poor and the drunks of stealing their merchandise.
Yes,
their diamond merchandise. So let's get to dinner. We've got miso glazed salmon with red bean sorrel. It turns out that this dementia-riddled maniac just put the necklace in her pocketbook, and they found it there. So, yeah. Next up is beef fillet with scampi and lobster bisque. That is a... You know, I want to give Alicia credit and also say I know what you're doing. This is surf and turf. It is just dressed up in a nice, creative way, I'll say. But that's something with these tasteless wealthies. They need to suck down cow and shellfish on the same plate. They have to do it. We end with, it also has parsnips puree. We get to the 70s dance party. Glenn says he bets they were a little bit wild when they were younger.
Oh, I bet they were.
I don't think they were. I imagine these women to be extremely boring people when they were young.
You never know when you look at an old person, because now they're just feeble and they walk around sometimes with a cane and
No, but I bet they I don't know, was South Carolina or North Carolina. It wasn't fucking...
A lot of sluts there. You never know, Del.
All I'm saying is there's a lot of marsh, and I'm sure there's good times to be had on creek banks and whatnot.
Oh, yes. We're all young at some point, Dylan.
And I'm not saying like the cities weren't developed, but I'm not saying that there was a Studio 54 in their neighborhood either.
Well, you don't need a Studio 54. My brother Dwayne last Christmas dropped a fucking bomb on me. He's like, hey, did you know I walked in on Mom in a threesome? I'm like, oh! Whoa!
She got done like that. It's hot.
Dwayne, I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous, like people putting that on you. Like, why can't you just bear that?
Yeah, Dwayne, Mom turns 80 this year. I could have lived my life, and she could have lived her life without me knowing that.
Yeah.
So my point is when people are young, they you never know what they're up to.
Right.
We're all sexual beings.
Yeah, except for some of the people on 90 Day Fiancé, they've never had sex, and they're communicating with Latin women who are also overweight men. But I guess we all are sexual creatures. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, just look at Gary.
Yes,
he's addicted to it.
Yes, Gary.
Can you sense that we're not sure how to get out of this?
Here,
you know
fuck.
what I mean?
Let's go to the ladies in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, first, no. We have to talk about this.
Gary gets snubbed by Mads.
This is like this shit where it's like, that was bad. That was a bad string of words I just said there. But we continue with Icarus on fire. Mm-hmm. The manipulation of everybody, the petulance, the fucking mopey, just ugh. She didn't say goodnight to him, so he storms off all pissed off, and then I think he carries that on to the OTFs. Now,
he does.
These producers chop and screw, but we got to take it at face value. I think he was pissed off in the OTFs that she didn't say goodnight to him. I mean, the man is going through a downfall. Mm-hmm. He's having a shining light meltdown. He is talking to bartenders that are not fucking there. Mm-hmm. And he's just writing the same things down over and over and over. Mm-hmm. Before you know it, he's going to try to murder his wife with an axe. Does he get to her?
No, he trips over that little weirdo on the tricycle.
He doesn't kill him?
I don't remember. I hate that movie.
Shelley Duvall doesn't die?
No, she lives.
And the kid lives.
Yeah. That guy.
He dies in the snow.
He freezes to death.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He kills the black guy, though.
He did. He killed him with an axe.
Yeah, hit him right in the chest. Mm-hmm. Look out, Gary, because that's, next charter season if you're not careful. Did you guys see all that blood that just came out of the kitchen? They're like, what's going on? All right,
so sailing again?
Chase is sent up to the jacuzzi to satiate the carnal desires of these. I mean,
the Golden Girls.
Yeah, the Golden Girls.
Be careful, Chase. You can knock something loose up there if you fuck around with that. And he did say that he'd hit it.
He didn't.
Oh, he said he wouldn't? He thought he said it was on his bucket list.
Oh. But I think he said that he had already banged someone who was over 65. Mm-hmm. And there's something about me that doesn't believe that that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to believe it, though. But, Chase, if you're engaging in that kind of activity, once again, be very careful. You could knock a bladder loose or something.
She died. How? I think I was weird.
One moment we're making love.
Yeah.
The next, a fucking bladder's on the floor.
Oh, on the floor. That's what it means to be loose. I thought it was kind of an internal misplacement.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's all right.
And I love how he turns into one of the, what are they called? The T-birds?
From Greece?
Yeah. All of a sudden, the fucking bladder's on the floor. Ma'am. All right, so we got to wrap up the show. We get to
next morning,
although I want to say quickly, very happy that Colin smacked Gary in the face when he was snoring, because that's what you have to do to these people.
Yep.
It's no fault of theirs. I mean, maybe you could smoke less cigarettes and you could clean up your diet a little bit. Maybe put those little stickers on your nose. But these people that snore are very, very taxing. It's Gary's birthday, and people are shitting their pants. I think it's Gary that shits his pants, but possibly one of the guys. Guys are so gross.
Not me, but most guys, yes.
No. You are immaculate. Mm-hmm. How's Hot Boy Summer going?
Pretty hot. We just, by the way, you guys want to see a video of what Dylan and I look like? Head on over to our badt.v.YouTube channel. Subscribe. You can see what the studio looks like. You can see what Dylan and I look like. And a lot of people commented like, look at these two. They are fucking hot.
Oh, really?
No, but they did say that we look slim. So Hot Boy Summer is
that could
fucking
be further
happy.
from the truth. I'm gaining weight like it's my job.
I don't think so.
I've been eating these Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, little lull there?
I knew you wanted to go into the flavor. I was waiting for it.
Now go to patreon.com. We break down the new summer slate of Doritos. And
and hot mustard is in fact delicious.
I couldn't be more passionate about how excellent of a job they've done. Mm-hmm. Just a special company.
Very
making special food.
Hey, Dylan, before we get to, and we end the show with all the clogged fucking
Tostitos.
toilets. By the way, 2 minutes left of this episode. I'm like,
I don't know.
what kind of cliffhanger are they going to hand us?
Right.
Ugh, little did I know. But Gary, at some point during the day before the clogged toilets, confides with Lucky about being avoided by Mads in front of Alex. Alex correctly thinks it's pathetic.
Hi.
That's
I'm
okay.
high.
Let's get to clogged toilets.
Okay. Well, really quickly, I do want to. These are, murky waters. I don't want to get us in trouble or anything. I know the audience loves Daisy, and we love Daisy. I think Daisy's great, but is she coming on a little thick?
What's that?
She coming on a little strong?
With Colin?
Yeah. Like, I feel like.
No, it seems like a couple that's already intimate.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
like, if it was just they hooked up this first time, the isms are too intense for that to happen.
They are far too comfortable. You could argue, well, we've been friends forever. No, you have a different type of comfortableness with each other.
Yeah. You're not just the kind of girl you don't just hook up with. Mm-hmm. You can smell it from a mile away.
100%. You know what else you can smell? All that shit in the boat.
Right.
How gross is that? By the way, I had just made myself a fucking cheese plate, and I see poop coming up. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Give me a warning.
Well, yeah, and also there was this
in the next segment of it'll be scenes of excrement. Thank you.
Well, there's this very bizarre saying that Gary implores here. He employs he just says it. I don't know why I need to use that word. He says a saying. There's a little arugula coming up.
Oh,
that is fucking revolting. A beautiful peppered leaf just coming up in the toilet, but he's referring to shit. He's referring to human shit.
And that's the cliffhanger.
How
will they clean that up?
Jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. Comment on the YouTube video. That's another great reason to join us on Patreon, to join us on YouTube. You can comment directly. It's a great place for us to interact with you guys, or at least to look at what you guys are saying about us and feel one way or another. But know that you can either make us feel great or harm us emotionally there. Jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. 5 stars, kind words. We love you guys very much. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dudes.
Kaylin.
Bye-bye.